Hello everyone, welcome back to Easy Learning Tutor. Today we are going to look at a very powerful and thought provoking poem by Robert Frost. Okay, the poem's name is Design and it is written by Robert Frost, and the main characters are the white spider, the moth, the flower, and the implied designer like God, fate, chance. And then main themes are fate versus chance, irony of innocence and death, the dark side of nature, and another one is human search for meaning. Okay, now these are the main characters and these are main themes. Now at first when you hear the title Design, you might think of something beautiful, something carefully planned, like the design of nature or maybe even God's design of the universe. But Robert Frost takes this word in a very deep and serious way. Okay, now I hope you understand till here. The poem begins with a very small and simple image, a little white flower, a spider, and a moth. Okay, so moth is a kind of insect, small insect. But instead of looking beautiful, this scene looks a bit dark and scary. The spider is sitting on the flower and it has caught the moth. It's like a little picture of death happening right there in nature. Through this small scene, Frost is actually asking a very big question. Is there really a design behind everything in the world? This is the question. If nature is designed by some higher power, then why do we see such cruelty? It's talking about the cruel, such destruction even in the smallest creatures. This is what makes the poem so interesting. Okay, a simple flower and insect suddenly raise questions about life, death, and even God's role in the world. Frost is not giving us a clear answer. Instead, he is making us think about it deeply because he asked questions to us. So, in short, design is not just about a flower, a spider, and a moth. It is about the mystery of life itself, whether everything that happens, even the dark and painful things, are part of some greater plan or not. Okay, now its design is a 14 line sonnet that explores the notion that nature and the whole universe is designed by malevolent intelligence. It is based on the everyday observation of a spider on a flower holding up a dead moth, but essentially the poem is playing around with theological argument. The poem seems to be about nature, however, it embedded the bitter reality of human life. The general invocation of the poem focuses on design as a sacred plan or conspiration that is the cause of harm to somebody else. This sonnet starts off innocently enough, the steady iambic rhythm, okay, familiar and safe, taking the first person speaker outdoors, where a slightly unusual spider is discovered on wildflower called a heel all. But the sonnet here is quite unusual. What is unusual about this sonnet is that the sestet traditionally an answer to the octet becomes a series of questions, three in total, that in no way bring about an end result. First, a stickler for convention in his form and matter, has done away with tradition and left the octet unresolved. The spider has probably just eaten its fat, well fed, dimpled like a baby, and sits on a flower, white against white. Okay, so white is highly significant in this poem because it is mentioned several times. It is a symbol of purity and innocence and is often associated with angelic beings in the Bible. The poet is being ironic, choosing white to contrast deeply with the dark business of the hunting and devouring spider. Okay, this is it. I already explained it. So let's summarize the poem in a very short way. So, in this poem, Robert Frost shows us a small but powerful picture, a white spider on a white flower holding a dead moth. Through this scene, he makes us think about the bigger questions of life. Is everything in nature designed by God? So, this is the question. There is the question mark. If so, why does this design include cruelty, death, and suffering? Okay. If so, then why does this design include cruelty, death, and suffering? Okay, this is the question. The poem's main characters I already explained in the beginning, and the main theme I already explained. So the main theme is the searching of meaning in universe and whether there is truly a divine plan behind everything that happens. Okay, this is it. Mm, this is all about the poem. I hope you understand.